Alright, I noticed there might be delay with this camera, but it should be fine. Doesn't fucking matter anyways. These are just, these are not the highest quality production, but we'll get through it. We'll get through with it too, We'll get this review cranked out. And today I'm reviewing Mercy, Billy Woods, Alchemist, Elucid, Fire Combo, Listen to Haram plenty of times. Fantastic album. I think this new one is not as good. It's like 1% not as good, but it's the same standard, same industry, not industry standard, underground standard. That's what it is. Um, and it really shows a lot of detail with the lyricism, a lot of detail with the soundscapes too. Alchemist adds that the samples can feel basic, but they're all beautiful. And the drum loops, they're all beautiful. They all go really well with the lyrics, but Alchemist adds so many little blips and little pieces of different parts of puzzles to add to the things that are going on to really keep a scene and add imagery to the imagery that's being spoken through the lyricist. Um, well, you can sense the scene being put up through the little, you hear a little vibrating in your left ear. Oh, you hear a little like wind rushing by from the side, and Alchemist is great at that. And I would say that Billy Woods and Elucid really are historians. They're also scholars, and I know there was a line, I don't remember who it was by, it might have been Elucid, how the modern day scholar is often a snake. But I think also the modern day rapper is often a scholar. Um, and I would say the good rappers. It's not all the rappers. That's definitely not true. There's some rappers who are quite the opposite. I would say dismantling what's actually true, but um, that's true for most art. But Bailey Woods and Elusive keep up with telling about what's going on in the world. They're talking about simple stuff and complex stuff at the same time. They talk about just their daily routines, what food they're having, just who they're talking to, and stuff like that. And they give details, a lot of details into that. But they also talk about broader things. They talk about racism, like a lot of Billy's albums. Um, and they also talk just a lot about the systems of America and politics, government, and just people, the world, society, and they just touch on a lot of things. And it's all having that little bit of ambiguity, a little bit of abstractness to it, where you kind of the words are going by so fast, the scenes are going by so fast, and the ideas are going by so fast. You really have to think about it a little bit, but it almost gets confusing because there's so many different little pieces to the puzzle. So you have to piece it together, and it often doesn't happen first listen. So I would say it probably takes multiple listens through to even get a clear, sort of clear perspective on it. And lately, I haven't really been re-listening to albums. Not because I don't like them. Some of my favorite albums all the time, I rarely re-listen to. Um, it's mainly just a thing that I like to keep things fresh. If it's that one experience that was almost transcendental to me, like first time I listened to Only Built to Cuban Links or for Cuban Links, I've listened to it like two times after, but that's one of my favorite albums of all time, honestly. And I would say I don't listen to it that much. Bump the songs individually, 100%, but I don't listen to the whole album because I don't want to almost fuzzy up that old experience. I want that to still be in my mind and not have it messed up with some other time where maybe I'm feeling off when I'm listening to it, or I'm just not interpreting it the right way, and it'll mess up the experience. So I recommend just try listening to as many albums as you can, and sometimes just don't even bother because we have streaming. We don't need to pay $30 to you know listen to this one album, just this one piece, however long piece of art or however long. We can listen to as much as we want, and so just stream a bunch of new albums. Don't even try to just bump the same 10 songs on your fucking playlist. But yeah, I would say I have some thoughts I wrote on my phone. I would say I decided I'm probably not gonna rate my numbers on this channel. Um, I low key think that it ruins a lot of the art, the music. I would love to hear people say what they think of it, but I don't really love to hear people say, "Oh, it's this number," because the music isn't a number. It was never designed to be a number, and a number is not synonymous with a hour-long collage of sounds and ideas. So I'm probably not gonna put numbers to it, but maybe I will. Maybe I will. I might go Fantano mode. I fuck with Fantano, but I think I'm not a big fan of the numbers shit, but I would say the mixing of the album feels a little bit flat. I feel like they toned it down a little bit. I noticed it with what was it, Alfredo too as well. I think the production was great. The vocal performances were great, but I think Alchemist is becoming so high demand that he's getting like the best mixing teams. Like I think he and they're trying to make it a bit more clean sounding and stuff, and I like a little bit of that like dirt to the beat. Um, and I feel like it took it a little bit away for this one, which was a little bit disappointing. Um, but I like the vibe of the album. The vibe was slightly peaceful, but also eerie and nihilistic at the same time. So it had a little bit of dichotomy, a little bit of dualism, and I would say that there was even a lyric from one of the singers on the album talking about how we feel so many different emotions at once. You know, it's often not just one emotion. And I think that was part of the album. Um, and I would say that poetry, it can be a big part of rap, and they can almost be the same thing. They can be basically just poetry and rap, and just with the beat. And I think that's this. I think there's a lot of thought and detail. I remember Billy Wood's professor hearing that his mom was a professor of English, and I think that's great. I think Billy has definitely carried on that legacy. If not even, I haven't read his mom's stuff, but he might have even made it better. You know, he really is. He's got immense talent with the pen, and honestly, elusive stuff is so complex. Like I can't even catch on to half of it low key. I'm able to keep track of Billy's stuff, but elusive, you know, he has so many metaphors and so many just ways of describing things, but having a meaning that you have to draw out of it. I think is very impressive. But Billy, you know, Billy's a fan favorite for a lot of people. You know, a lot of people really like Billy, and they say he's underground, but he's around the real music heads. He's got motion, really, he does. Um, and yeah, I would say I'm trying to think if there's any other things. Um, shit, fuck. I would say how I I'll just go to random thoughts now. I think this I recommend this album. If you like Armand, just listen to this. You're gonna have almost as much fun, if not more. Um, and I would say just random thoughts I've been having is that we need to have an app. There are apps. I've checked them out. There's like Rap Chat. There's a Rhymer's Block. But we need to have something for people to share their music in a better way for rappers. Um, just a lot of artists go unseen and they just kind of give up. I think that's a big issue actually. I think it would be cool if people, even just some regular like uh person, just post their stuff and they blow up or whatever it is, because you can't really do that on social media. You know, Instagram, it just isn't the right system or format for that. It just creates the ass stuff that's just kind of funny. That just becomes popular and it's enjoyable. Don't get me wrong, but we need something better as a music social media than actually social media that's just meant for finding either photos of your friend or just funny shit. Um, but yeah, I would say that's a thought that I've been having. I've been having thought about how with these videos I don't know what to talk about and I don't know how to act. Like I'm some would say I'm split personality or something. Like I don't have that, but I I uh, I literally I'm I mix with the situation. I change myself to fit however the area around me needs me to present myself, and I think it can be fakeness, but I think for me and a lot of people, we just have specific friends or we have whatever it is, and we just act how they enjoy it, and with the fucking camera right here, just like right there, like there's no one to talk to. It's literally just that. I'm actually happy. I've been getting at least some viewers for that video. So if you're viewing this, I really appreciate you. It's awesome. Um, I hope to build a community. We'll see. But I would say I gotta get over. I think a lot of beginning YouTubers and streamers, we just gotta get over that hump of like, oh, I'm just talking to myself. Like, no, there's people listening, but it feels weird because no one's like directly saying anything back to you. Um, but I would say I gotta do that, and I gotta just be myself and just let my energy loose, not really be anxious about it or any shit like that, low key. Um, and I would say the one other thing is that I've had low energy, and I want to keep these videos energetic and shit, my music as well. Um, and so I've been trying to, get that energy back, and I think that's definitely something I need to do. But other than that, it's just life. I hope you've been doing good. You you gotta listen to this album, bruh. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Nope. I'm telling you, none. So yeah. All right. Have a good day. Enjoy yourself. Peace.